Head over to Dollar Tree and grab a few supplies for these organization tips. Let's get started.
Welcome to Chascrazycreations.
Dollar Tree has tons of organizational systems, and I'm going to share some of my favorites and how we use some today. This is our kids' bathroom, and it has absolutely no drawers, only cabinets underneath, and it had gotten out of control again and just needed a new, fresh cleanup. So here's a look at each of the cabinets that were below before, so you get a good picture of what we're working with. Do you relate to any of this? Let me know in the comments below. So one of the things I always suggest is starting in bite-sized chunks. So we're going to start with one cabinet at a time, and I'm going to empty everything out of this cabinet. Since it's all emptied out, I'm going to go ahead and then wipe the whole thing down and clean it out. Now this first cabinet's a little awkward and it's hard to store things in, so I tend to store cleaning supplies in. And I use this basket that's easy to remove in and out. So I went ahead and cleaned the basket up, and then I started sorting everything. It goes into 4 piles, either keep, trash, donate, or relocate. Relocate means it just belongs somewhere else, or I have doubles or duplicates and I just need to put them in the storage space. And then I put back into the basket only the things I need, and one of each item. I don't need duplicates. Do you have an awkward space like this in your house? Let me know in the comments below. Now I just place everything back into that cabinet in an organized fashion. And here's the finished cabinet. Now, I always suggest doing this in small batches so that you don't get overwhelmed. So here's what's not being kept, and it's either going into the trash, donate, or relocate piles. Did you know that sometimes shelters will accept cleaning supplies and beauty supplies? 1 down and 2 to go. So this is my daughter, and she's helping me. So we are now tackling the next cabinet, and we are gutting everything first, just like we did before. She wiped it out, and now we have a clean slate to start with. We started making lists of what we might need or things that we were missing. I love these wired shelves because it gives you shelves when you don't have any, or in our case, we didn't have any drawers, so I need to make some. So I grabbed some of these shelves as well as a variety of some baskets to help us out to get organized. I love these 3-pack baskets, and I use them in drawers in my home, but in this case, we're going to use them in some different ways. Okay, and once again, we went through everything for keep, trash, donate, and relocate. Sometimes what you find is that because you can't find things, you keep buying more. And here we've had duplicates and multiples of several items because they had gotten buried. Once we narrowed it down, it was time to get it organized again. We started with these wired shelves from Dollar Tree and placed those inside. We discussed as we worked through it, and I started by putting this little tote that she has for her dance supplies on top, and was going to put her toiletries underneath of that. We placed all of the bathroom backup supplies in a basket so it would be easy to take them out and see what you have. And we placed that on top of the other shelf in the cabinet. I took some of her bubble blast supplies and placed them in a smaller Dollar Tree basket and in between the 2 shelves, since it's not something she gets at all the time, but it was still easily accessible. So here's the cabinet so far. We actually have an empty bin underneath, and her toiletries are underneath the other side. I placed the bath supplies in between, and I was able to put the Epsom salts into a bottle that I had on hand to give them a decorative look.
Want my free decluttering list? Look for the link in the description.
Dollar Tree has several stacking style baskets too that you could use underneath your sink. All you have to do is measure your cabinet to know the width and the height to know if these will work for you. I like these smaller ones. I think they're going to fit great, and I'm going to consider swapping out the shelf system that I have for these for a little more stability. Simply pop out the bottom tab, and now you have stacking storage. You can use 1, 2, 3, however many you need. I had measured and decided to give these 2 a try, so I popped out the bottoms and I placed them inside of the cabinet. I placed all of the supplies back into the baskets, and this felt much stabler to me, but it was really up to my daughter and what she thought about the system, because what works for one doesn't work for another. I have the baskets just in case, but she gave me a thumbs up. So here's this completed cabinet. Okay, now it's always okay to take a break between and just do in small bite-sized steps, like I always say in my organizing course. You can find the link for that below in the description. We're on the last cabinet. I've now gutted it all out, and here is everything that I pulled out of that cabinet. So I wiped the whole cabinet out, and then I started categorizing everything into piles. Later on, my daughter came back and we sorted through everything, putting it into our keep, trash, donate, and relocate piles. Once again, we found many duplicates. So as you can see, if you have a bunch of clutter, it tends to have you buy more things than you actually need. I took 2 shelf racks from Dollar Tree and placed them in front of each other because I had a 3-drawer system that I bought from Walmart, and we placed some items inside that to create drawers and place that on top. We needed it to be a little more stable, so that's why we did the 2 drawers. Then I placed another drawer with some plies, a basket from Dollar Tree underneath so it could slide in and out and mimic a drawer. On the other side, another basket with some washcloths that could easily slide in and out, and then on top some other supplies that she needed. And then in between, I had a little basket left that I could place on the side with some cotton balls. On the door, we placed some hooks, and then we placed some of those dollar store baskets on those hooks to just have quick access to some extra supplies. Now, I bought the other 3-drawer system that is all one piece, but over at Dollar Tree for just $5, you can buy individual drawers and they stack. So you can buy 1, 2, 3, or 4, however many you need. You just need to measure your cabinets to know what size you're gonna need. When short on space, these cabinet door baskets can be a game changer, especially if you have deep cabinets that they can close into, which we had in this case. It makes it great for quick and easy supplies that you use all of the time. Other things you can use on your cabinet doors are these towel racks. Now, not only are they good for towels, but you can use them to hang hair dryers, flat irons, and more. Another great thing that you can hang on cabinet doors are these clothing racks. You can use these to hang other supplies that your bathroom needs on the back of a cabinet door. And here's this completed cabinet. Another great idea if you're short on cabinet space or counter space are these dollar store Lazy Susans. If you can't find these in your store, simply grab a pie pan, place some marbles in it, grab a second pie pan, place it on top, and you've created your own Lazy Susan. I use these paper towel racks to hold things like paper towels or even backup toilet paper in our bathroom. I take these kitchen strainers and flip them upside down and place them over the drain in our bathtubs in our bathrooms, and this helps catch hair so that it doesn't clog up your drain. Now, if you're wondering about these, they're a stacking crate that they sell at Dollar Tree for just $5. They can be forward facing or sideways facing. I find that sideways is working best for me, and here's an example of how that looks under my sink. We had organized everything we wanted to keep, we relocated anything that needed to go somewhere else in the house, and then we had our donate pile as well as our trash. And I hope this inspires you to get organized and try it in bite-sized pieces. Remember to keep, trash, donate, and locate as your system. You can see more details about my organizing course in the description below.
And don't forget to get your guide to decluttering and organizing.
Thanks for watching.
And I'll see you in my next video.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.